On a scale of 1 to 10, how often do you find yourself actually sticking to your decisions regardless of what tries to get in the way, your circumstances? There are two very different ways to approach living. One is a vision-based living, and the other is reactive or condition-based living. One is living by design, the other is living by default. So in other words, there are people who actually believe it's possible to create their lives, a life that they truly love living, and then they tend to create them. And then there are those who actually do not believe that they can create their lives that they actually love living, and because they believe their circumstances are going to dictate their results, their history, what's going on, they're fighting circumstances instead of coming from dreams. In order to live a life that you actually love living, first of all, ask yourself, would you love that? Would you actually love to live a life that you love living? Meaning, it doesn't mean every single thing is in place. It means that numerous times a day there's this feeling that rises up inside of you, and that the feeling proclaims itself as this thought, I love my life. It's not a perfect life, all the things, but I love my life. It is actually natural for us to feel that. It's not normal, because most people live lives of struggle. They're fighting circumstances, trying to get to a place where they would love their life. You actually can create a life you love living. When you live a life that's vision-driven or by design, you're going to find yourself way less likely to look back and second-guess whether or not you made the right decision. Hi, you're watching the Mary Morrissey YouTube channel. I'm going to encourage you to subscribe now, and then let's dive into a 5-step formula for how to stick to your good decisions regardless of your circumstances, situations, or conditions. But if you subscribe, then every time I create a new video, you get a little notification. Every video is full of support and help and encouragement for you in living a life you love living. So let's dive in now to 5 steps. Number 1, no dream can come true if we don't dream it. So what is a life you would love? What would happen? What would be going on in your life if you really loved your life, in your health, in your relationships, in your vocation, and on your calendar and in your checkbook? So just regardless of circumstances now, create a vision, of what a life you would really love. As you do that, then number 2, now you can begin to see some steps that you can take in the direction of that dream. And even baby steps will take you all the way up Mount Everest if you just keep taking them. The important thing is don't back off on a vision for a life you love living. So number 2, take some baby steps, at least one every day. You're going to see that there's a momentum that starts to get built. It changes your sense of your own self-image, that you are someone who's making changes. There is improvement happening. There's growth. Your energy feels the growth, and our energy loves progress. Spirit loves progress. So the very power breathing us, we start to feel more productive, we feel more alive, we feel more energized, and that tends to help us make even stronger steps. Number 3, build bridges. What do I mean by that? So you have circumstances right now, and you have a life you would love living. They're different. So it's so easy to just collapse to fighting circumstances or saying, oh, this is just how it's going to be. It works out for other people. It doesn't work out for me. We got to build bridges in our mind. First place to build bridges in our mind is to say, I would love this life. If anybody can live a life they love living, then I can be that person. I can't build that life I love living by thinking about all the problems, by focusing on lack, by thinking about everybody who hurt me or all the things that went wrong. I can't think lack and have abundance. So I start building bridges in my mind. I start saying kinder words to myself. I start looking around from where I'm standing in gratitude, giving thanks for my breathing today, giving thanks for a day of life, giving thanks. And you start to build bridges to a more abundant mindset. So you have a vision, you're taking baby steps, you build bridges, and number 4, you ask yourself, do I believe I actually can live a life I love living? And you keep finding the places inside yourself where you don't believe that. Here's the truth, if you actually believed it, you'd have it. So there are some places in us where we have made subtle or unconscious agreements that circumstances are going to win out over us. So take a breath with me. And even if you don't yet believe that you can live a life you love living, I've been working with people for over 40 years, all backgrounds, all walks of life, all kinds of circumstances. I know this. Every single one of us actually can live a life we love living while we're living it. but not with lack and limited thinking. So take a breath, and if you don't believe it right now, believe in my belief, and you'll start to build your own. Number 5, start now. Start now. Today's your day to have a vision of what you'd love. Today's your day to take a baby step. Today's your day to build a bridge. Today's your day to build an inner belief. Borrow mine if that's your place to get started, doesn't matter. But you can build a stronger belief that you actually can live a life you love living while you're living it. There's a popular Chinese proverb that says the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. This is your moment. This is your time to plant whatever it is you'd love to bear, to enjoy the harvest of in your life. You are going to create results, not baby. Absolutely. Just keep breathing and you're going to have results. You don't get to not create results. The question is, what kind of results would you love? What kind of results are you committed to creating? You can start now. These 5 steps will help you. So now I have a question for you. In your own life, when you've been challenged to stick to a decision, what did you do? None of us are perfect at this, but go ahead and share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, if you know somebody it could help, please share it, and then go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.